Kia ora gumboot whānau. Well, hopefully tomorrow my builder is going to come and remedy one of the dumb mistakes I've done with my solar panels. So, I used to have my solar panels. I might have to get up on the ladder and show you. You can see I've got one sticking up there and one flat facing northish. And I thought, it'll be better because in winter I've got this massive hill behind me which it takes forever to get the sun over, and I thought I get way more sun out that way, and I thought I would move them. But as it turns out, that's not the best way to put your solar panels. You've got to have them facing in both the same directions, and one of my ones is now shading the other one. And so what happens is that the output will go back down to the one that's at the least. So my poor builder is going to now have to move it right back to the same place. So this is the view from the other side. You can see them up there. And oh, we've got some special guests today. Brownie! Hello, Brownie. She's snobbing me. And her 3 friends. I so love that little black one. Oh, the white one with the black nose. Too cute. Anywho, I might get the ladder and I'll show you what my solar panels look on the roof. Right, so here goes. Got the ladder. And we're going up, up, up. As you can hear, I'm still a bit crook. I'm going back to work tomorrow. I've had Monday, Tuesday off. Right, so here's my solar panel up here. And I used to have them both facing in that same direction. They're probably not on quite enough of an angle. Like we're at like 41 degrees. What's that, like latitude, longitude thing? I always get them at probably latitude. So they should be maybe about that. Here's my other one now facing out to the west. I had forgotten that these ones are actually pretty close to north, believe it or not. I always think north is kind of that way, but it's not. As you can see behind me, there's my big Chonka Hill, which it takes the sun quite a long time to get over. And I really should get up here and clean these panels. I meant to clean them quite regularly. Mine are lucky if they get one once a year. So I've got like 395 watt panels. This is a tiny home kit from Grid Free. Here's my inverter in here, and in here is some of my wiring. As you can see, I haven't really finished it properly, and I've got 2 gel batteries under here. I didn't even really have to put this in here with gel batteries, like with other ones you're meant to, but gel is sort of like a fully sealed unit. While I'm here, I'll show you on the roof of the caravan. I've got another solar panel. Where can we see it from? Maybe we'll have to go around here. I just got my builder to put it up. It's a 300 watt one. It was like my second panel that I ever got. I'm going to have to trim these bushes here because the panel's not going to get much sun up there, is it? See, you're up there. So that one's going to run a little diesel heater that I've been putting into here. I'm kind of halfway through, and then I thought, oh, hang on. I can't put that in, I need a 12 volt battery. So in here You can see that's the little thing that goes. Here's the wee bits and pieces. In here, can't even get in here at the moment. Oh my gosh. There is a battery in there, and I've got a whole bunch of stuff. Where did I put it? Not under there. That I've got to kind of hook up when I get a chance. No priority at the moment. I've hardly had any woofers. They keep hiking on me. They keep saying they're coming and then flagging because they think it's a bit hardcore living the way I do. So who knows? Anywho, today I thought I would show you my little diesel heater also. They're great. They're a bit of a game changer for me, because I was going to put oh, that's not very nice, just having a pee. Now, isn't this the cutest? You are the cutest little thing. Hello. Come on, you little cutie. Oh my gosh, it's just too cute. Anywho, enough cuteness. Wheels are up to waffling along. Oh yes, I did want to put a little fire into my eco stay, but oh my gosh, the drama with the council about that was a big drama. So I ended up just dropping that idea and putting a diesel heater in, which is much easier. And this hut is very well insulated. It doesn't take much to keep it warm. So, come and have a look here. You can see out here I've got this little pipe, and in here is where I've actually got my setup. So, this is the actual model here. It's going up into the floor. Here's the diesel, and you can see down here it's got a little pump. That's the pump, little filter there. I had to get a friend to come and help me, and I finally hooked it all up. He's got a special thing to suck the diesel through, so that was pretty cool. And then I'll show you what it's like inside. I watched a whole bunch of videos on YouTube to figure out how to do this. Some of them were wrong, some of them weren't very easy to see what they were doing. So I really want to do one. I started filming it, but my filming was crap for this one, so I might show you for the other one. So in the hut here, oh, it's nice and warm, is the little diesel heater here. So I made this wee surround for it, and then it's got the vents, and to turn it on, basically it's just a short press, and it just takes a little while to heat up. You'll hear the fan coming on. I can feel some cold air blowing through there. And then if you want it to go higher, and that's on 25 degrees, it just takes a little bit of time for it to heat up. The fan comes on first, and these you can actually turn around. No, I haven't tightened them very well. It takes a couple of minutes. It's a bit weird. Like, I would think that would be down and that would be up, but no, that's up and that's down. And then to turn it off, it's a long press. Where's the heat? Anywho, while we're waiting for that to heat up, I'll talk to you a bit about this system as well. So these are my solar systems under here. This one is actually it's my second little that's called a solar charge controller, and that goes with my 150 watt panel out there. That was the first one we ever had here, but this is my second one of these because the other one died. So it's got a little outlet here that you can plug phones in to charge, and this one I've got hooked up to our lights. I think it does drive this one. yeah, and then a couple of outside lights. And then here is my newer system. That's the controller there. And then it's got this thing here which shows you how much charge it's got in it. This does as well, but it's easier on this. And this you can actually hook up to your phone. I still haven't done that. I'm really pretty bad at finishing things. And then under here it's got a little unit that is it's got all the fuses, and then this is my inverter here. Now, it took me a lot of thinking about where to put this, and I ended up putting it in here because I didn't want to get dirty and dusty, but it is really noisy at night, so I am going to make a little space for that under the hut and sort of close it all off. Now, we've got a bit of heat coming out, not much. I'll turn it up a bit. 28 degrees, 30. It's a bit more like. I haven't checked it for a while. I've had people in here who've used it. So now to turn it off, it's just a long press. And then it's got off on there. Can you see that? Oh no, it's turned off from off. Now the fan just goes on for a wee bit longer. Okay, it is better. Inverters are really noisy. To put them away somewhere, because it has kept a few people awake, and it's got a green light on it which some people find really annoying. I put a tea towel over it, but I'll probably even put that little you know, the little monitor under here as well, because then I can have it on my phone. So yeah, so under here, can we get in here? We can. Okay, so here's my batteries, and these are my two big buys, and then I've got my what I should do, I've been thinking. So at the moment I've got my 12 volt coming off just the one battery there, but if I put that one off that one and the red off there, it would probably be better and balance my batteries a bit better. So I'm a bit worried that that will not balance it out, but I need to figure out if that's still going to give me 12 volt or whether it's 24. So under my messy thing here you can see a spider web of stuff, and I want to be able to kind of create this nice little enclosed area in there. Anywho, and you can see I've got an old battery, which was the one I had, my 12 volt battery one. That's not even hooked up at the moment. So, and I've got the same setup here as I've got on my bus. I've got 4 395 watt panels, which are up on my roof up the top there, you can just see. So they're enough to usually run my wee fridge, some outdoor lighting, like I've got LED lights that run right out to the toilet, some fairy lights around the shower area over there, and usually enough to run my washing machine if I'm real careful with it and do it when the sun's shining. I do have a dryer, but I don't use it very often. And it'll of course run people's phones and stuff, but like in the last week, like this is the first sunny day in probably way over a week, and so on my system, my little tiny little camp fridge has been cutting out overnight, so I've had very little in the way of power, and I've just realised that these gel batteries really only last 3 to 5 years. And I think I remember that, but I was like, no, I haven't really gotten enough money for lithium, which lasts about 10. So I'm reckoning my batteries are getting close to, they're not as efficient as they were, I reckon. So it's all fun of living off grid, isn't it? it's nice not having a power bill, but probably when you add up to how much it costs you, you're really not saving much. But I do just like not being at the whim of power companies and stuff like that. And if anything does go down, if we have a massive earthquake here, at least I'm going to have power. So that's a little bit about my setup. Yeah, welcome to my messy kitchen abode. So I just thought I'd show you, this is my big fridge freezer that I can use over summer in all its glory with a freezer, so I can have peas and ice cream. But over winter, with the setup I have at the moment, I'm reduced to my little camp fridge, which is not much fun to use. You get sick of scurrying in there. And for the last night has been the first night it's actually worked fully overnight, and I've still got power in the morning. So that's a bit of a bummer when that happens. It's kind of back to the Stone Age. And here's my little friend. Hello, Peaches. She's grumpy and meowy, and look at my big mess I've got. What's wrong with your food? There's nothing wrong with it. Get on with it. A few other things. One confession time, when I first put that system in the hut, I was getting real confused about how to tighten up the wires, and I couldn't tell which way was which. And one of them I mustn't have tightened up very well, and it lasted pretty well, but after a while I was like, oh, someone's been smoking in here. What's that smell? And anyway, what it was the outside of the wire was melting, and I had to quickly get a replacement. And Grid Free was really amazing. They sent it to me overnight because I had people coming to stay. But yeah, make sure you tighten your wires and give them a good old tug. Luckily, I don't even think the fuses went off, which was not great. But yeah, do the wires up tight. Here's some little friends coming to see us. Oh yeah, and I was going to show you, hello little friends. I got a good cuddle before. One was eating a bit of tape and I got him. He was not happy and lost some feathers. So anywho, oh, there she is, she's flying. So over here, I've decided after about 2, maybe 3 years, that it's time to start finishing my little shed here. So it's very exciting. I've actually got one of my windows in there, and I'm just scraping off another one to put another one in. And then I've even cleaned this window, which needs a whole bunch of putty down there. And I've got some nice timber which I'm going to put down here, and I've got some corrugated iron, some nice new stuff which I'm going to put under there. And I do have a door, but it's just about Betty. It feels like Betty Boy's time for me. Well, I need to clean up this mess before it gets dark, get my washing in, and say nighty night to my little friends. Night, babies. They're so cute. Little rascals. And he's got this little flying baby up here. Where is she? There she goes. Right, anywho, that's enough waffle from a very croaky gumboot girl. Have a blessed evening. I'll try and get as close as I can to it. Come on, show off for the camera. You're so handsome. You're so beautiful.